Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Brendan and we teach that what you are thinking feelingly and imagining throughout your day is creating your physical experience. In this video, we are sharing with you an overlooked technique for manifestation. We will talk about what this technique is, how to use it for our every desire, and prove it is too powerful with a story. There's a golden lesson from the story, so stick around to the end for it. The technique is inner conversations. Now, first, we want to remember that all techniques are just tools to get you to a feeling of fulfillment or satisfaction within. This feeling of fulfillment and satisfaction is what helps you let go, detach, and enjoy your life in the present moment, which also allows your manifestation to come quickly, easily, and in a first-class manner. That being said, here's an explanation of inner conversations. An inner conversation is an imaginary or mental auditory conversation from the premise of fulfilled desire. That means it's a conversation that would be taking place after your desire has already manifested. Like a conversation with a close friend or loved one about the good news. You can have an inner conversation with or without visual or other imaginary senses engaged. The key is the feeling it evokes within you. Feeling is what impresses the subconscious and becomes expressed in your physical reality. A lot of us, if we are keen enough to notice it and honest enough to tell it, have plenty of experience having inner conversations, but their nature is not so positive. An inner conversation can be somewhat scripted, but many find it is best when we set up the implication of the conversation and live it. When we have a mental argument, we rarely script it out and go robotically through it, if at all. We set it up and live it. And in the living, we stir up an emotion which impresses the subconscious to be expressed physically in our experience. When you stir up an emotion from living the imaginal conversation, that is truly listening as though you heard. You don't imagine it just to hear it. Listen, believing in what you hear as divine truth. As Goddard said, "Who is hearing it? I am. That is God's name forever and ever. So God heard it, and He will bring it to pass." Let us discuss specifically how we can use inner conversations for a positive purpose, the purpose of manifesting our desires. As a note, this can be done just after waking, just before sleep, or at any time of day. Self-concept. For the purpose of self-concept changes, you can hear a close friend, loved one, or even strangers affirm that you have a marvelous confidence and charisma, or that you are very successful. Choose whatever aspect you want to realize in yourself, and you can impress the subconscious with the feeling it is already true of you by hearing others affirm that they see it within you. Respond as you would to these genuine compliments and feel it real. Make the conversation short, just a few sentences back and forth, and experience it over and over until you reach a peak of feeling. Then, hold that feeling and drop the conversation. Lose yourself in that feeling for at least 30 seconds. Then, let it go and enjoy the satisfaction that follows. Then carry that satisfaction with you throughout the day or into sleep, depending on when you're practicing this. Physical changes. It is a marvelous thing to manifest physical changes by using this technique. Imagine the compliments or even disbelief of your close friends or loved ones when they see your physical changes live in the flesh. Make it real by calling them mentally by name, like you are summoning their presence. Then, decide the theme of the scene and live it out just as stated in the previous example. Feel how you would actually feel hearing these compliments or comments that imply you already have your desired physical appearance. Relationship. For a relationship, it is just as simple. Who would be happy to hear you are happy and thriving in your romantic relationship? Call them forth and have an imaginary conversation about it already being so, over and over. This is key as there is only the present moment, so assume your desire is fulfilled now, by listening as though you heard when your friend tells you they're so happy with you, empathizing with your joy. Not sympathizing, but empathizing. That means they feel what you feel. Evoke that unique and personal feeling of fulfillment in yourself and do as stated previously, repeating it, capturing and cultivating that feeling of fulfillment. Now, why is this technique too good? This story came from a student of Neville's. There was a woman who had mastered inner conversations and listening as though she heard. She could hear good news for herself or anyone, and it would come to pass no matter how grand or seemingly impossible. She was that good. Her friend had expressed a desire for her loud neighbors to be gone. The neighbors were a family of 4, the parents and 2 little boys. Hearing her friend's desire, she knew it was in line with the golden rule. That is, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Who wouldn't want to be free of loud neighbors? So, she went to the only one who could do it, God, her imagination. Listening as though she heard, she had an inner conversation with the friend about the neighbors being gone. Then she dropped it and forgot all about it. Not long after, her friend told her the neighbors had gotten into an accident and both parents had gone from this world. The boys, now orphans, would have to leave to live elsewhere. Now this is why the technique works too well. She did not specify in her inner conversation that the neighbors moved safely, happily, and peacefully to another place, just that they were gone. After this came to pass, she feared that by doing so she had killed these people, but that is not the case, as she never intended such a thing to happen. Nothing ever really dies anyway, but never wish death or harm on another, for you only manifest the misfortune for yourself. But this is a good reminder for us to mix whatever we imagine with love. Imagine with harmony and the highest good for all. If she had made a point to hear it that they moved away peacefully and happily, it would have come true just the same, because she listened as though she heard. Therefore, God heard it, and He brings it to pass. If you want to know what to do after techniques to manifest your desires easily and effortlessly, check out the Detachment Mastery course, linked in the description. As always, thank you so much for watching. I love you all very much, and I will see you next time. Take care.